of climate change, where in real time we are being hammered by climate change. There's no way to avoid what we can see and, yes, in many states feel. Therefore, I am concerned about evacuation routes. So we've always had evacuation routes, and FEMA has, of course, regarded this as a priority. In our last bill, we asked for improvements in coordination of these routes and even for guidance on meeting design and maintenance and repair of vital routes. I mean, signaling that Congress knows we may need to change the routes, not only in light of climate change, but in light of the time that has passed, since people have looked at their routes in light of evacuation needs. I would like to know what progress we're making on this change in the disaster that was required by the Disaster Discovery Reform Act recently passed by the Congress.
Yes, and so traditionally evacuations are handled at the state and local level. State and local governments know best not only the routes, but the dangers posed to those individuals. And in fact, it's the reason
regulations, of course, are not.
I'm sorry?
I'm talking about regulations. Are you saying those regulations? We asked FEMA and the Federal Highway Administration to identify and improve the coordination.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just giving you background that the state and local officials generally handle evacuation, but you're absolutely right that DRRA requires us to work with the Federal Highway Administration to better understand how we can support our state and local partners, specifically on evacuation. And so, yes, we are working with FHA, and yes, we will get you a report, and it will be provided to you consistent with DRRA.
What's your timing on that, Mr. Kanofsky?
Could you give me the, anybody know the section number off the top of your head?
Yeah, I did have a section number here.
1209, I'm just told.
1209, all right.
So let's see here. I want to make sure. So it doesn't look like there was not a deadline established in DRA, but target date for release on guidance is July.
That is very, very good to hear. Are you...
July of this year?
July of this year.
Yeah. Of course, that... well, how does that coordinate with the hurricane season, by the way?
So hurricane season is June 1st.
Yeah. Just in time, I might say.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there factors that complicate the identification of evacuation routes? I mean, you already have some evacuation routes. Absolutely. But we were concerned that there needs to be improved coordination. So I'd like to know what are the complications that you think may be involved.
And so what we hope to offer is additional guidance to our state and local partners on best practices for evacuation. We've learned a lot of lessons from 2017 and 2018 on evacuation. We want to make sure that we provide those to our state and local partners. So we're directly aligned with you. We want to make sure that whatever we at FEMA and the Federal Highway Administration can do to provide those best practices, we will do so.
Thank you, Mr. Kanofsky. I yield back.